to start off here, Masi, I'd ask to introduce ourselves and tell us a bit about who you are and how we met. I'll go first because you'd like me to go first. So, kia ora, my name is Sean Tupaia. I'm originally from New Zealand, but I've been living in Australia from a young age. I was living in the Philippines for a few years, which was part of a voluntary church mission where I got to learn another language just like you, got to learn Tagalog. And from New Zealand, I thought that growing up in South Auckland, which is a real rough area known in New Zealand, where they've had this movie called Once Were Warriors, I thought that was really, really tough. But it wasn't until I went to a third world country that I realised.
Things tougher.
Man, it's much tougher, So from that experience, it empowered me that I actually wanted to help others, and that's how I ended up studying and getting qualifications and leading on to becoming a caseworker. And with that and those experiences, eventually my journey brought me to you. I remember you came to our office one time over in Maryland. Well, then your caseworker was Caroline, and I was like, hey, how are you? You seemed really enthusiastic and really happy and really nice. And fast forward even more, we found out that we were going to be working together. And I was happy. I was like, oh, I know Masi, he's a really nice guy. Now I'm looking forward to working with him. And from then to now, it's been really good working with you and helping you in your journey and helping you with some of the struggles we face day to day. But all in all, I've got nothing but good things to say about you, Masi.
Thanks, Ash.
Okay, your turn, mate.
My turn. My name is Masi. I came from Afghanistan. I left my family when I was 14. My dad used to work with Americans and the government as a high chemical petrol engineer. And then when the Taliban started growing faster and faster, they find out that my dad works with the government and they put a price for his death. So that was the reason that my dad left the country and went to Pakistan in a refugee camp and sent me with my uncle to come to Australia and save them because he couldn't come, and they sent me to support them. But when I came when I was 14, when I flew to Jakarta, and then unfortunately the first boat sank, and I survived after 16 hours, and 10 people died, including my uncle, in front of my eyes, and I survived after 16 hours holding a small wood. And then the fishermen find us and take us back to, they call us the police, and then they take us back to the detention center that I was there for 2.5 years, 2 years. Because the reason I was there, I was just a refugee, and I didn't have, the smuggler took my passport and all my documents, and I didn't have the money to bribe them and get out of the prison. And lots of things, I didn't see the sun for 7 months, and they tortured me a lot, which I had a mark under my eye. Some people haven't realized yet, but so after a while, and then a friend of mine, after 2 years, a friend of mine paid me to pay the smuggler, the prison boss, to release me back to Jakarta. He sent me back to Jakarta. The third attempt, I couldn't make it to Australia. I got arrested again, and then I ran away from the police. And the second attempt, the third attempt, I made it. And then it took me 1 month from Indonesia to come to Australia. There was 100-something people in one boat. There was no toilet, no kitchen. There was just a wood. It was, as Australian called, dinghy.
And about 100 people on it.
100, and you couldn't lie down, and you have to squash yourself to make a place.
And you were on there for a month?
For a month, because we got lost once. We went to Indian Ocean, and then we came back to Indonesia island to get fuel, and then we got back again, we tried again, and the last time I made it. I was in Christmas Island for a month, and then they transferred me from Christmas Island to Darwin Detention Center, and I was in Darwin Detention Center for more than 1.5 years. And then I got my visa, I went to Melbourne, and then from Melbourne I came to Sydney. The first month I played semi-professional soccer, and life was good, and I was like, I achieved everything in a very young age, but someone tackled me, I broke my tibia and fibia, and I had a big operation the first New Year's Eve in Australia that I was planning to go see firework. And then that's how I didn't have money, the club wasn't paying me. I was homeless since I left my family, but that was just the most downtime of my life because I couldn't move for a month. I was with crutches for 6 months, 1 month on wheelchair, and that's how I lived with an Australian family for a while. They looked after me because I was under 18, and then from there I found Evolve Housing, and my success in Australia is finish my sport development diploma. I'm a professional coach, going to schools and coach their teams, and I'm a lifeguard, and I've done some good things for the community as well.
Man, you answered like all of those questions all in one hit, but we'll take it. Sorry about my phone.